podcast. I'm Deacon Mike Houghton. I'm the Executive Director of an apostolate called UTG at Work. Our mission is to help women and men joyfully live their faith and witness to Christ in the gospel in the workplace. I'm happy to be with you as we explore the Sunday gospel in ways that help people who work. You can find this podcast as well as helpful articles, videos, and other materials on our website, which is utgatwork.org. You can also subscribe to this podcast through Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and other podcasting sites. This weekend we celebrate the 14th Sunday in Ordinary Time, and our gospel is a reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark. Glory to you, O Lord. Jesus departed from there and came to his native place, accompanied by his disciples. When the Sabbath came, he began to teach in the synagogue, and many who heard him were astonished. They said, "Where did this man get all this? What kind of wisdom has been given him? What mighty deeds are wrought by his hands? Is he not the carpenter, the son of Mary, and the brother of James and Joseph and Judas and Simon? Are not his sisters here with us?" And they took offense at him. Jesus said to them, "A prophet is not without honor except in his native place and among his own kin and in his own house." So he was not able to perform any mighty deed there, apart from curing a few sick people by laying his hands on them. He was amazed at their lack of faith. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. The eagle is a majestic bird. It's strong, powerful, agile. It can hunt with skills that no other bird can match. Did you know that the eagle has the best eye resolution of any creature known to man? The eagle's eye is so masterfully crafted that it has double the resolution of any man, woman, or child. This is why she can see her prey from over a mile away. She stalks her prey by circling overhead and surveying the ground for movement. The feathers at the tips of her wings act like airfoils, allowing her to glide with the breeze at times and to rocket toward her prey at others. It's no wonder that so majestic a bird is a symbol of our great nation, which we celebrate every year on the 4th of July. But her great abilities come with a downside. Because her vision is so acute, so sensitive, she can't look at the sun. If an eagle were to look at the sun, it would cause great damage to the cones at the back of her eyes, burning them out and causing significant loss of vision, perhaps even blindness. This is why the eagle has such large and pronounced eyebrows. Her eyebrows give her a menacing look, the look of one who is aggressive and ready to kill her prey at a moment's notice. But in truth, those intimidating eyebrows are functionally somewhat like a baseball cap. They shield her eyes from the sun. In her natural habitat, this isn't an issue. She soars high above, always looking down for prey and never looking up toward the sun. But when she's out of her natural habitat, her vision shortfalls can be very serious and even have fatal implications. Because of their unique build, eagles are prone to collide with man-made structures like windmills and towers. They simply don't see them coming because they're surveying the land below for prey with eyes that aren't able to see trouble directly ahead. Despite all their great skills, they can meet their demise from something that seems so innocent, so harmless to you and me. And it's this very fact that makes the eagle even more so a symbol of our great nation. Allow me to explain. Our nation was formed almost 250 years ago with some very lofty goals. We were to be free, proud, and independent. We would forge our own path, relying on our skills and determination to become the greatest nation in the world. And many would argue that we've done so. Today we are like that majestic eagle, soaring overhead and dominating our landscape. But we as a nation were also formed with an appreciation and a respect for God. Our forefathers and foremothers were quite willing to drop to their knees and offer praise to God, who they fully realized had blessed us and made our path possible. Without God in the picture, they knew that we would fail. Now, they weren't perfect people. They had sins. They had faults. They did some things that today we find reprehensible and offensive. Like all of us today, they were living in their time, in their circumstances, and they were as prone to sin as we are today. But through it all, they had a great appreciation for God. It's quite evident in the songs and writings and the historical sites of their time. But then came all the windmills and towers, the man-made obstacles to our fundamental belief in God. Things like relativism, the destruction of the family, gender identity issues, and, as is so important to us in this ministry, the removal of faith in the workplace. The eagle is in danger. As she soars proudly above, she runs the risk of dying from collisions with these man-made obstacles which seek to pull her away from God. Now, many will argue that these man-made death traps are in fact a sign of progress. They're moving us forward as a society. And there may be some truth to this. We do have some things in our past that we need to move away from as we grow and as we mature. But when these things work against God and His plan for our country, they are not progress. They are false gods, a visible and obvious sign of evil at work in our world, trying to tear us away from God and to tear us apart as a nation and as a people. The ever-expanding secularity of our country has put us squarely on the path of decline. The signs are everywhere, but most choose to ignore them. Worse yet, some choose to celebrate them. They soar proudly overhead, unwilling to even admit that they're in grave danger. We're still a proud nation. We're still a great nation. But we need to also recognize that much of what is being promoted, celebrated, and forced upon us today, especially in our workplaces, is not of God. It's not what God asked of us. And far too often, it's contrary to His will. And it's not good for our country. On this 4th of July in 2024, I'm indeed proud to be an American. I'm proud to be in a country where I'm free to live as I choose, to worship as I choose, to work hard and succeed and make a better life for my family. But I do worry about our future. I worry that every day the media and the very loud minority opinion in our country is constructing so many windmills and towers that we will no longer be able to fly free. But rather than just wring my hands and fret over it, I've chosen to take a stand and do something about it. Almost 1 year ago to the day, we launched UTG at Work. Our mission is to help women and men live their faith and witness to Christ in the gospel in the workplace. In our first year, we've produced 46 articles, had just shy of 50,000 hits on our website. We've hosted 21 events for over 1,000 people. We've got over 650 members, and our podcasts have been downloaded almost 3,000 times. As we start year 2, I'm more convinced than ever that this great ministry is very much needed and wanted across our great country, as Catholics and Christians are, for the most part, fed up with being told to embrace ideologies that they don't agree with. I believe that God asked us to launch this ministry at the perfect time, because people have had enough, and they're willing to do something about it. While I'm quite pleased with our progress in our first year, and very much looking forward to our second, I confess that I don't know if we'll be able to continue on into a third year, as we've struggled to find funding for this apostolate. Grants are hard to come by when you're a new organization. Foundations want a long track record before they will consider your cause. This isn't a complaint, nor is it a cry for help. It's just a reality that we face as a new apostolate. All of you who are Catholics and Christians at work are part of our mission. Now, this isn't coming from me. Now, it's based on the fact that Jesus asked all of His followers to go and make disciples of all nations, and that includes you. Why is the workplace so important for witnessing to your faith? Because the world is growing more secular at an alarming rate, and many people you work with will never set foot in a church or read a Bible. The only way they will meet Christ is through you. If you like what we do, ask others to visit our website and become a member. Send this podcast to people and recommend that they subscribe. Perhaps you can evangelize them by simply pointing them to other sources like UTG at Work. Thank you for being on this journey for us for the first year. I look forward to doing it for another year, and I pray to God that we can find a way to keep it going for many years to come. Thanks for joining me for this week's UTG at Work podcast. I look forward to meeting again next week. In the meantime, I encourage you to boldly live your faith in the workplace in the week ahead. I'll pray for success, and I ask that you pray for the success of this UTG at Work apostolate. If you want to learn more about us, please visit utgatwork.org. Now go in peace, glorifying the Lord by your life.